I say the rich young man. You might be familiar with that, the rich young man. But if you notice, Mark doesn't say that he is young. Matthew says that he is young. And Luke says that he is young and rich and a leader. That's what the way that they describe it. The other part is for your personal amusement. You go and read, and you will get more details on that. But I'm going to spend some time in the introduction of this homily in something I am going to call setting the record straight. So this is going to be the first part. And by setting the record straight, I mean this. Nowhere, neither in this gospel passage or in any other passage of the gospel or the Bible, especially in the New Testament or in the gospel, is Jesus saying that wealth in itself is evil. What does it mean? It means that nowhere it implies that a person, only because he is rich, he is already condemned. In the same way that he is not implying by any means that a person just by being poor is already saved. So this needs to be said, because believe me, if you go there in research, or even if you get to hear, there are many instances that have been that kind of, I would say, temptation preaching this passage that way. Oh no, if you are rich, bless yourself. And if you are poor, no worries, you're already saved. It doesn't work that way. Just the fact that a person is rich or the fact that a person is poor neither guarantees salvation or damnation. First thing. The second, I'm not going to spend much time in that famous verse of the Bible that many of us are familiar, the one talking about the camel and the needle's eye. If you go in the internet or you read anything, you are going to find some actually kind of funny stories and interpretation, because through the centuries there has been this attempt to explain and find possible interpretations. I'm going to share with you two that I find almost funny. There is a guy at the end of the 19th century who came with the idea that the famous needle's eye was a small gate that was close to the main gate in the city of Jerusalem. So the city has the big gate, and then he said there is a small one there by the side. And he came out, oh no, that's the gate that they used to go out without being noticed. And then if someone managed to make that a camel kneels and take anything from the camel will be able to pass through that narrow gate. Well, no archaeologist in the Holy Land has ever found any proof that such gate ever existed. So just one idea. Then there is this other attempt to interpret the thing. There is a scholar, I think he's still alive, of the Semitic ancient languages, and that person says that the problem was that in Aramaic, the word for camel and robe are very similar. And then there was a problem of translation. Again, that's not the case. Here, what Jesus is implying is that he is exaggerating to the level any human attempt to earn salvation. That's the point. And I'm going to say that again, but before I'm going to again set the record straight, I am a Roman Catholic priest in good standing. What does it mean? That even if what you are going to hear sounds Protestant, this is part of the doctrine of the Roman Catholic faith. We don't earn salvation. Salvation is a gift. There is nothing none of us can do to put that reward or that award in our wall. Salvation is not an achievement. salvation is a gift. And that is what Jesus is going to emphasize from the beginning to the end, saying, for men, impossible. For God, everything is possible. So that's going to be. So again, I'm not going to spend much time on the camel and the needle and that things. The other thing, from now on until the end of this liturgical year, there are two verses of the Bible that I want you to keep in mind, because they are going to help us understand the speech that we are going to follow in the coming Sundays. The first one is Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. There, Jesus says,